Okay, hello all. So today is February 4th, Wednesday, February 4th. I just stepped on the Amicalola Falls approach trail to Springer Mountain, Georgia, which is where the trail officially begins. However, they say Amicalola is part of the Appalachian Trail. I just left my family, my youngest son Blaine and my wife Laura. As you can imagine, that's pretty emotional. I'm still pretty emotional. But today's the day, man. I'm on the way. And I'm so thrilled, a little apprehensive. I woke up last night in a hotel, kind of in a panic attack around 4:45 in the morning. I'm like, man, this is really happening. But then I went back to sleep and everything fell into place. So let me back up. You can see this. So what this is this is Amicalola Falls approach trail to Springer Mountain. Basically, you'll be following Amicalola Falls pretty much straight up till you get to the top of the mountain. And then we'll be headed towards Springer. So I'm excited. And yesterday was rainy, cold last night. I guess I went to bed with a little apprehension that I was gonna have to start out in the rain like I did on the Foothills Trail in North Carolina. But it cleared through the night. It's overcast. It was very foggy this morning, so I was really worried about that. And so the rain passed, the fog is lifting, conditions are great, it's 45 degrees. I had to take some of my clothes off because, you know, once you get going and getting started, and this bears bare truth with all the training that I've done in some pretty serious cold weather that we've had, you know, especially over the last several weeks. But I've been training pretty hard since around Thanksgiving. And I think it's prepared me well. So here we go. I'll give you some catch-ups as I get going down the trail towards Springer. And keep you posted. Wish me luck. Mostly wish me prayers and goodwill. Catch up to you later. Our first real climb, Amicalola. She's a beast. Here we go. Just to show you the elevation, you can see that bridge way down there. That's where I came from and where I'm going. See this here? And then that's where I'm going. Not a small climb. You can see that white building down there. That's the Amicalola Falls Visitor Center where I just came from. All the way up here. This has been about an hour. I haven't looked at my clock. So yeah. So, first real challenge. Here we go. So I'm about 3 miles from Springer Mountain. Maybe a little less, probably less. And there's been ice on the trail at Amicalola Mountain and Black Mountain. Basically, I'm on the north side of the mountains on the slope, and I just busted my rear end big time on this piece of ice. It's been mostly like snow and crunchy ice, but I totally misjudged this. I hit it and I fell off to my right towards this boulder right here and landed on my elbow, on my right elbow. So I'm smarting. Look at this in front of me. See, that's slip ice right there. And so where it's been mostly, like I said, snow and crunchy, this is melted to slick ice. So I have to be more careful. Thank God I'm okay. I don't feel any worse for the wear. My elbow hurts, but it doesn't feel like there's any problem. What a way to start your journey, huh? All right, I'll be more careful. So my first shelter I've come up, this is not too far again from Springer Mountain. So that's the difference between the Foothills Trail and Appalachian. You got a shelter just about every day, and then you got, see in the distance, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a privy back there. It's like a bathroom, and it's got a cover on it, and it's got a hole that you can sit on a toilet seat and do your business. So that makes the Appalachian Trail a little bit more user-friendly. And then over here you've got bear storage for your food. You see these hanging cables? That's to put your your food bag up in the air. And then that container right there is also for that. Container is the first choice, and then using the bear hanging cables or the system is the second choice. So pretty cool. I'm glad to see it, but I'm gonna push on. It's 4:30 Eastern time. I'm gonna push on to Springer. I'm thinking I can make it before dark. However, clouds are moving in. Fog is moving in from the north. So we'll see what happens. Here we go. Okay, so this is the end of day one. I am on top of Springer Mountain. I have set camp. I've had a little bit of dinner, and I'm ready to go off to sleep. Try to catch up on my energy. It's been a long day, but I accomplished my goal. I had several learnings today. One, I had the expectation that Springer Mountain was going to have a lodge on the top of it, and I would have water, other supplies, and a shelter. As you will see from the earlier footage that I showed you, I encountered the shelter that was prior to Springer Mountain, and I didn't take the opportunity to do it because I thought there were better things up here. I was wrong. The other thing was the water sources from Amicalola Falls till now were scarce, if none. So I probably should have picked up a little bit more water earlier. That way I would have had some to cook some dinner, but I didn't. So I had some things that didn't require to cook, and I'll be fine. But that was another learning. I should have picked up more water. I just didn't want to carry the weight. And really, I'm glad I didn't stay at the shelter and pushed on to Springer. Even though when you get to the top of Springer, there's a couple of plaques that show you made it to Springer Mountain. It's a wooded area, but it's on the very top of the mountain. And then also another plaque showing that you're at the main entrance to the Appalachian Trail. So again, the Amicalola Falls Trail was a approach trail to Springer Mountain where the Appalachian Trail actually begins. So I'm here. And the trek up to Springer was arduous. And I mean, it was tough. It was like, man, this is a tough climb. So I have that behind me. Now I can jump on the Appalachian Trail in the morning and start towards my next location. So it all worked out. So I'm sitting here. I got into camp around I guess it was right around 5:30, and I started setting up. And no sooner did I get set up, I started getting rain. Heavy fog moved in, and so I am tucked into my nice little one-man tent and ready to call it a night. So we'll pick it back up tomorrow. Y'all take care.